So we've got a little bit of breaking news here. Turns out there will be no justice for Breonna Taylor. So as AP reports, a Kentucky grand jury brought no charges against Louisville police for the killing of Breonna Taylor during a drug raid gone wrong, with prosecutors saying Wednesday that two officers who fired their weapons at the black woman were justified in using force to protect themselves. Wow. The only charges brought by the grand jury were 3 counts of wanton endangerment against fired officer Brett Hankison for the shooting into Taylor's neighbors' homes during the raid on the night of March 13th. The FBI is still investigating potential violations of federal law in the case. Ben Crump, a lawyer for Taylor's family, denounced the decision as outrageous and offensive, and protesters shouting "No justice, no peace" began marching through the streets. Some sat quietly and wept. Later, scuffles broke out between police and protesters, and some were arrested. The announcement of the charges drew immediate sadness, frustration, and anger that the grand jury did not go further. The wanton endangerment charges each carry a sentence of up to 5 years. Right after the decision, protesters brought cases of water to Injustice Square, the Louisville park where people have gathered to demand justice for Taylor. Some began preparing food. Later, police in the city cordoned off a street with yellow tape, and officers with protective gear could be seen handcuffing some people. Some scuffles broke out, and police ordered a group that broke off from the protests to disperse, warning that chemical agents might be used if they didn't. Now, Hayes Gardner, a reporter for Courier Journal, actually has some video footage that he posted to Twitter of this scene, what's being described here. And as you're going to see, the police officers are very obviously trying to intimidate people who are doing nothing, who are just standing there and being peaceful. Take a look.
Move back! Move back! Move back! What's this corner right here? Hold this corner! Hold the corner! Hold the corner!
To immediately and peacefully disperse. If you do not do so, we may dispense chemical agents and you will be arrested.
We're peaceful right now! Right, I thought we were just...
So I guess that people just aren't allowed to peacefully assemble. Did you see anyone doing anything wrong? Anything that can be described as violently protesting? Rioting? Of course not. This is what they are doing because they know that they just killed a black woman and they're getting away with it, and they know people are going to be angry. And so what they're doing is trying to use brute force to intimidate people into not doing anything. Because this is kind of like a tacit message. Hey, we got away with killing Breonna Taylor, and best believe we'll get away with killing you too if you choose to protest and get angry about it. Doesn't matter if it's on camera. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. We can literally break into your home and kill you and get away with it. What are you going to do about it? That's the message that I get when I see this, as they threaten people, as they walk through, the streets with handcuffs strapped to his side, ready to just arrest people. They have all of the power. You have no constitutional rights anymore, apparently, because they could just do whatever they want. I mean, think about how devastating this is. Police officers in her own home murdered her, and they're getting away with it. The only charges that we're seeing are for wanton endangerment. Breonna Taylor's life wasn't endangered. It was taken away. She was killed. And these police officers are going to get away with it. And the only charges that are being lobbed against that one officer, Brett Hankison, is because he fired his weapon into the neighbor's walls. I don't know what to say. There's really no words for things like this. I just feel sadness. I think that maybe because, the circumstances were so extreme, that she was killed by police in her own home, maybe there was just a small chance that there would be justice in this instance. But I mean, this sends a message to people that It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. You could be doing nothing, and police can kill you with impunity and get away with it. I mean, what's left to say? There's no justice in America. There's no justice. The justice system is a complete failure. And we need to absolutely do away with this system that allows for this to go on, where a human being, a black woman in her own home sleeping, can be killed, and nothing happens. Police officers get away scot-free. It's just, there's no words. There's no words. I think the lawyer put it best. This is outrageous and offensive, because it is. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I'm a little bit shocked, even though, like, it's not surprising, but it's still, like, to see it again, it's like, really, they're really just going to get away with this when they killed her in her own home. It's just, it feels like nothing matters. The laws don't matter. The Constitution doesn't matter, because black Americans aren't protected. Police officers can kill them and get away with it, and it doesn't matter the circumstances at all. Nothing matters.